And we leveled up. Let me see. Yeah, I want more magic and more mana. What else we got? I mean, I do use this often, so maybe Aura of Might would be nice. Why do I get 2 spells? Did I get 2 level ups? Apparently I did. Oh no, did I keep one? I don't remember. It's been a bit. Fate Shroud. Yeah. But then again, I also want Fireball, actually. Yeah, give me those incredible great balls of fire. So, what else we have around here? Nice dining table. I like it. But nothing else. Wait, no, there was another room. Let's see.
And I gotta tell you before it make it through that pointy skull. Bank the coals at night, or the stew don't cook.
Right.
A recipe for fish. Yeah, that's why I came here for. Those cats, are they part of the kitchen team or are they on the menu? I'm not sure. Another book.
I hope all the accommodations are to your liking, Warden. Please let me know if anything is troubling you.
So many visitors,
yeah.
so many chamber pots to clean.
Well, at least we do have chamber
It
pots and
may
don't
keep
have to
tracking
use
mud up
any
here. It's going to
corners.
take a month to get it to...
Hey, Shale.
Excuse me, I have to dust the Earl's sitting room.
Are you from Denerim? I don't remember you from the alienage.
No, I'm from Redcliffe. Lady Isolde brought me here to be her chambermaid last spring. I've family here, though. I beg your pardon, sir, but I really can't be seen standing about. The housekeeper will have my head. Good day.
Where is that housekeeper? Huh? Oh. And you're guarding that book? That's nice. That's nice of you.
Right.
What do we have here? By the way, which is my room? Is it this one? I mean, it's free right now. Which means I can open this chest and take whatever is inside, right? Right? That's part of the hospitality of our Eamon, right? By the way, nice blue rags. Can I take some to bring to the circle tower? Would that be alright? I'm gonna ask Eamon.
Ah, Warden. I trust you've made yourself comfortable.
Yes, and about those rugs, can I maybe borrow some for the circle tower? I had this idea of color coding all the levels in the circle tower. Like one has green rugs, the other has red, and then blue. Maybe we'll find something else. Maybe even white, even though those might get dirty quickly or look dirty quickly. So would it be alright with you?
Why don't we ensure Loghain won't have us all executed first, and worry about how to celebrate later? This is Elena, she's...
I am Queen Enora's handmaiden. She sent me here to ask for your help.
Or perhaps the young lady prefers to speak for herself.
Alright, so why would Anora ask us for help?
The Queen, she is in a difficult position. She loved her husband, no? And trusted her father to protect him. When he returned with no king and only dark rumors, what is she to think? She worries, no? But when she tries to speak with him, he does not answer. He tells her not to trouble herself.
So she needs our help to talk with her father, who already betrayed us at Ostagar. And yeah, what do you expect of us?
So she goes to how? A visit from the Queen to the new Isle of Denerim is only a matter of courtesy, and she demands answers.
Yeah, so I guess that didn't go well.
He calls her every sort of name, traitor being the kindest, and locks her in a guest room.
So her father is alright with that? Interesting.
King Kalen was like a son to him, and Logain left him to die. Does he love Anora more? Who can say? I think her life is in danger. I heard House say she would be a greater ally dead than alive, especially if her death could be blamed on Arl Eamon.
Yeah, that might work. So can we frame Eamon?
We may have no choice but to trust Anora. The Queen is well loved. If Logain succeeded in pinning her death on me, I'm not sure that's a risk we can afford to take.
So what are we going to do?
I have some uniforms. I'll hire so many new guards every day. A few more will not cause much stir. I will show you to the servants' entrance. We must slip in and out with my queen before anyone is the wiser. I will go ahead to House Estate. Meet me there as soon as you can.
Alright. There. Oh, another book. What's this? Is this my room? I don't know. Well, it's alright. Hold on. Let me just get this chest real quick. Ah, or not. Never mind.
Let's get started.
Also nice how those doors go both ways. Alright, let's go to the market district first, which is just outside.
Right.
To clean up our inventory just a little bit.
Indeed.
Yes.
With all my companions. Oh. What do we do here? A little bit more of everything, I suppose. Who are you? I don't know. Nice roof.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Welcome back. Is there something else you'd like to look at? Only the finest crafts, straight from Orzammar.
Yeah, I would like it to take a look at your cash register. Not to rob you, but to sell you some stuff that you can then sell in turn for a margin for yourself.
Every piece comes with a stamp of assurance from my wife's father, the best smith in Denerim.
Alright. I got a couple of traps now, that's nice. Actually, I should take a look if I can make more, but I don't think so. Spirit, fire, electricity, and a bit of everything. It's also pretty. And yeah, I mean, electricity resistance can be nice, but yeah. I'm not throwing it away yet. Amethyst. Is that what it was? Ah, never mind. What else we got here? Grandmaster's... You got a backpack. And a Grandmaster Silverid rune. That's plus 10 against Darkspawn. That's really good. Also expensive. And now I want to store some more. I mean, I did improve my inventory with that backpack alone. But yeah, even so, I'm going to Soldier's Peak real quick. No, first to the camp. I want the Silverid rune in something. Although I probably won't be fighting Darkspawn in Al House. No, not Al House. No, it is Al House. Yeah. Let's store some stuff. I'm going to store that Warden Commander armor. I don't need it yet, and I don't want it to be scratched right now. I'm going to pick it up for the victory parade. Yeah, even this. And this. And yeah. That's better. What else I got? I could store all those arrows. I'm going to sell the bolts. Anything else around here? I'm gonna keep that stuff for now. It's still a lot in my inventory, but even so. Traps. Large shrapnel trap. Actually, I would like those more, and for that I only need Corruptor Agent. That's nice.
Speak then.
What do you have? A lack of distillation and concentrator agent. Which means I need to go to Bodan. Unless you got something.
What can I do for you, Warden?
Do you have any flasks or Corruptor Agent?
Certainly.
Oh, good. No, but you get freeze bombs. Acid flag, soul rod, yeah, sure. I like those grenades. Freezing coating recipe, freezing coating. Potent lyrium potion? No, they are too expensive. Oh, and look, you got stuffing. Grandmaster Frost rune. That sounds nice. Grandmaster Cold Eye. I could have used that a long time ago, you know? Grandmaster Frost rune. Speaking of that... No, can't look at my... Sobrod Trap Plants. That sounds nice. Got some metal shards, sure. Could be useful for some... health poultices. I actually got plenty right now. Grandmaster Cold Iron, Grandmaster Frost Rune. Those are tempting. Those are really tempting. Yeah, sure. Let's take it. Something for Sandal to do.
I heard about what happened at Redcliffe. I want to talk to you about it.
Yeah, but I don't.
We're at camp. Is there a better time to discuss it than right now? I don't think so. I just wanted to thank you. You went out of your way to save the Arl's family, and you did it. Even though it would have been easier not to. There's been so much death and destruction. It makes me feel good that at least we were able to save something. No matter how small. I owed the Arl that much.
Yeah, I did save Al-Eamon, though that was costly, because I wanted to use that pinch of ashes to cure the Archdemon from the Blight, and thus end the Blight for good, in a very nice manner. I mean, if all went well, maybe this old god Archdemon would not even have been able to regain the Blight. Wouldn't that be great? Maybe it would have been so thankful to us that it would join our ranks and fight for us against those Darkspawn. But yeah, unfortunately I used it on the Arl, and that might cost us dearly. As for Connor, yeah, of course I'd save a child whenever I can. I mean, this is a terrible thing that's happening here with the Blight, so we won't be able to save every child, unfortunately. Probably already a lot have died. But I'm trying my best. Unfortunately, I have not cured Baron Tegan from his puberty issues. Yeah, maybe we can work on that after the Blight. But yeah.
You're right. Hopefully, by that time, there's still enough of Ferelden left to save. Good. Now that the warm, fuzzy part of the day is over with, we can get back to the ritual dismemberments. Oh, wait, it's not Tuesday, is it?
No, it's Monday.
Enchantment?
Yes.
Enchantment!
Let me see. This is really nice. But not just yet. +4 versus undead. 6 spell resistance. Okay, let's right now do it like this. Ageless. Darkspawn stuff. And you. Yeah, that's nice. Doubling up on the electricity damage. And yeah, still good versus undead. And 14% spell resistance, that's nice. Gonna save this for something special. Or special
Something you
moment.
need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out.
Yes, I need corruptor agent, distillation stuff.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And with your discount.
And the concentrator stuff. Why is this so expensive? I should still have some flasks. You know what? Actually, give me some trap triggers. What else is nice? Why is this so expensive? What else? Spell ward. 30% spell resistance. Yeah, I would like that. Grandmaster Lightning Rune, that's also nice. Could get that good rune, but yeah. So, first let me see what I can do. Okay. Oh no, I forgot a corruptor agent. Sorry,
Your friends
Bonan.
are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road.
Do you have
I'm
corruptor
sure you'll be
agent?
pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And with your discount.
Sorry about that. I should make shopping lists in the future. So, now. Ah, I still don't have the right level. Well, I will soon. Though, maybe I can make some grenades though. Yes, I can. I didn't even... Wow. That's a lot. I didn't even think I had that much. Alright, I need one more. And 36 more, and then I need more flasks. So 37 corruptor agent.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road.
Plus what I want later for the
I'm
traps.
sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And with your discount.
Yeah, let's go a bit heavy. That's a lot. That's really a lot. Yeah, but this will give me a lot of firepower. Not just because it's a firebomb. Yeah, that should last a while, and unfortunately I now have exactly 100 flasks, which means it's 2 slots. Right? Yes, but not the way I thought. Why is it 38 and 62? Eh. Thank you, Bodine. That was really good. I got a lot of grenades now. But I still want more traps.
Indeed. Yes.
You. All my companions. Back to Denerim? Apparently there's no road through the Isling of Amaranthine. Huh. Maybe we need a road building project.
What would you like?
Now, you? I would like you to activate your frost weapons, your rock armor, and then let me see. Yes. Health poultices. Now I got 55 each. More lyrium potions. A couple lesser. I'm using those a lot more. Lesser health. No, it's fine. Oh, 104. Well, maybe, just maybe this works. Let me see, did that work? Do I now have only 1 stack of elf fruit? No, of course not. I do have 2 stacks of elf fruit for whatever reason. But now I'm really stacked in lyrium potions, in health poultices, in grenades. I still wish I had more. Wait, what was that? Ah, right, the cops. I have 18! I thought I only had 16.
Are the work of our maker's hand.
Those stung with 100 arrows, those suffering from ailments both great and small, his heart was strong, and he moved on.
And cursed by the maker.
Those who bring
That was a terrible rhyme.
The maker doesn't.
5 gold.
Would you stop correcting me? I know the chant like the back of my hand.
Wait, where am I even going? I want to return to the Isle of Denerim's estate, now under new management.
Let's get started.
There we go. Brings back a lot of memories. Not pleasant ones. And this trip probably won't be nicer. Nice room. Nice roof. I mean, why did I say room?
The servants' entrance is on the other side of the house. We must slip past this cloud to reach it. We will have to be very careful. Our How is inside.
So why not just go in the front
Do
door?
you not see the angry workmen there? I think it will be some time before even Rand and How can use this front door, no? You should leave your walking statue thing behind. It will never escape notice.
Yes. Certainly no way for me to blend in with all the other statues.
I will be right behind you.
Oh, so that means I can't even have a full party. I can only bring 2 of my companions.
No, the Carpenter's Craft Hall has had enough
I don't like that.
conveniently busy schedule. We will not be put off again.
Right.
What do we have here? Some elf fruit. Anything else? Some rubble? No? Just for decoration? Wait, did this fall off the wall?
On it.
More elf fruit?
Someone's creeping around down there. Go check it out.
Enemies approaching.
Yes. How about a little bit
Let's get started.
of a lizard? No! That's not. You. Please guard Morrigan. We're so close. No! Really? Alright, you need to cool down. Now.
Weapons at the ready.
And now, one more time. Though they will come out of their... out of their paralysis. Gosh darn it.
Victory shall be mine.
Now to you. What about you?
Yes?
Maybe some death cloud on top of that?
Time for a little cleanup.
Some lightning.
They'll never know what hit us. Excellent.
We are victorious again.
Alright.
Right.
That was not great. It worked. But yeah, not great. Not great at all. Maybe I should have used a fireball. I think I'll try that next time, because it's also pretty inconspicuous. I mean, we just had this blizzard and electrical storm plus some death cloud that probably... we're fine. This is still sneaky, right? Right.
Be careful. Someone is coming.
Let them try. No? No one? Really? No one? Nice pumpkins. Nice death fruit. What's wrong with those pumpkins? Why did they block me? Elf fruit is a bit nicer, gotta say. Having death fruit in your garden, that's totally not weird, right? Something here, just a little bit more elf fruit and some transparent walls. Nice tower you got there. Seriously? There we go. Ah, you got some future nuggets. And what the heck is...
I can distract the guards, but you must move quickly.
Why bother? There's only 2 of them.
More guards patrol every hour. If they find these 2 missing, they will know... how you say... something is amiss.
So what? Let them come?
I will lure them into the courtyard. Wait in the bushes.
I'm not waiting in your bushes. How about this instead?
As you wish.
Then let's try to trigger them. You go for the blizzard. I try to paralyze them. Then I go in with this, while you, you know what, just go with this. Yeah, that's how you tell, that's how you take care of 2 guards, right? Right. Just by a little thunderstorm. See? No one noticed. No one noticed these 2 guards dying in this thunderstorm or anything else going on around here. You're totally mistaken. See? Everything works just fine.
Command me.
As you wish.
Yes?
And it's almost ready again.
We
Alright, you
must
just
hurry.
oh.
There will be little time before the patrol finds what you have done. You are certain you will not wear the disguise? The servants here, they have no love for Hal, but they will be frightened by strangers bursting in.
Kiddo, have you seen those thunderstorms we created outside? If they don't notice that, then they won't notice even if I'm throwing fireballs right into this room.
They are little threat to you, no? But they will call for the guards when they see you, and soon the whole house will know you are here. You will have to be quick.
So what? Let them come.
Andras, they guide us.
Ah, that's nice. It looks good. And the usual. Now let me try.
Right.
No, first this. And then I don't have enough mana. No, not a potion. I'll take this. And then let me try this fireball. I said let me try this fireball. Why doesn't this work?
Bring her out! God,
Let's get started.
There. That was nice. Just another thunderstorm in your mess hall. A little bit of a fireball in your kitchen. I just wanted to make sure the meat is really well done. Oh wait, there's
Let's
another
get
room.
started.
And what do we have here? Just some mushrooms. I wonder if they were stored there or if they grow there.
On it.
Another frost rock. Another soldier over there. Dead soldier, that is. What's in this special room? Another crate with... Unless a warmth bomb. Well, alright. What do we have here? Oh, that's nice. Maybe, just maybe, we could do that thing that we keep doing here all the time anyway. No? Maybe not.
Right.
Let's wait a little bit. Oh, wait, are they triggered or are they not? I don't get it. Alright, return. I am really not sure if they are triggered or not. This looks like you're triggered, but somehow it also looks like you're not triggered. This is weird. Alright, you do come here damaged. So this does work after all. Somewhat at least. Maybe I can throw it through the door. Yes, I can. That's nice. And I just keep on roasting. Alright, that was a bit weird. Because somehow I didn't see them getting really agitated at first, but they were agitated. And did take damage from this little thunderstorm in their hallway. See? We don't need to sneak at all. We can just keep on casting thunderstorms as much as we like.
On.
Oh, and now there's you.
Armed and dangerous, ready for action.
No. A little bit of refreshment. And you can maybe freeze that one, just in case. Maybe you can do this, and this. What did I resist?
Victory shall be mine!
Maybe it's more lightning. Oh, that was a nice curveball. Good shot, Morrigan. See, everything is fine. We don't need to worry about being disguised or anything. We can just sneak through this entire castle, throwing around a big area of effect spells, and no one is bothering us. Alright, nothing too fancy in here.
Right.
Heavy chainmail boots. A little bit of money. Now, doesn't that look totally ominous? Alright. Maybe like this. Then you do your thing. Wait, why do you get so much ahead? So far ahead? That wasn't part of the plan.
Time for a little cleanup.
Alright, let me get this first, then. And then we do this. While Morrigan, please retreat a bit. And maybe cast this from far away. Then let's freshen up a little bit. And maybe we can freeze you. Well, I did get several of you. How about some fire to go? You take care of this guard captain. How the heck did I drop? Oh no, I must have been inside the... I totally botched that. That was bad. That was really bad. You could actually... Why aren't you attacking? That was bad. That was really bad.
Let's get started.
No. Well, first... I really didn't pay attention to my health. I only wanted to do damage, and I completely botched it, and that's why I dropped. That was totally unnecessary. Totally a mistake. Totally sloppy. Alright, let me check those rooms.
On it.
Not so great. Ice arrows. Yeah, they go into the...
This should be easy enough.
Storage later. Lesser spirit bomb. Alright, what do we have here? A guard next to a door. Let's remember that. Yeah, maybe I should place some traps between the door and wherever I'm going. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. And if it's really just you... then we can do something like this.
Oh! Here we go! Right.
See? Not even a big thunderstorm. It was totally stealthy.
On it.
There. Yes, let me place some traps around here. And I need some spare room here. Although maybe... Nah, that's fine. Let me see, what can I... Maybe this for a moment. And where are my traps? Freeze traps. Yes, those should be good. But maybe let's start with a small claw trap. Yeah. So if someone comes from the door, maybe walks to the middle of this semicircle and then walks over there to this door where I'll be going, then maybe this is a good spot. And then what else? We have those freeze traps. And those shrapnel traps. Yeah, how does that go, that line? Straight to the door. Maybe like this. And a little bit further. And if they won't be needed, then I'll just pick them up later again. Yeah, right. Maybe here. And then let's switch it up. Let's alternate with... where are they? Those large shrapnel traps. Oh, those are really large. Yes. Maybe here.
As you wish.
That's nice. And another one in between here. Just halfway between these freeze traps. And those remaining freeze traps, and then unfortunately that's it for here. Oh, another guard. Don't mind me, I'm just burying some traps under your carpet. Yeah, right next to that statue. And then let's get this back. Yeah, this is nice, isn't it? Yeah. See, someone coming from the door goes to here and then runs to the door. That's just fine.
There's something drawing near.
Oh. What? Is it a combat or is it a conversation?
The Grey Warden is here, my lady.
Thank the Maker. I would greet you properly, but I'm afraid we've had a setback.
What sort of setback?
My host was not content with leaving me under heavy guard. He sealed the door by magic.
Ah, nice. So how do we open it?
Find the mage who cast the spell. He'll most likely be at Hal's side.
Alright. I'll be back soon then.
Thank you, Warden. My prayers go with you.
Tell Hao will probably be in his rooms. They're at the end of the hall, on the left.
So, is it a fight now or not? Okay, it is. By the way, why couldn't I bring Shale? I really don't see a reason.
Tell Hao is probably in his room.
Yeah? Come, you can do better than that. They'll never know what hit him.
Anyone else around here? No? Garnet. Ah, well. Anything in here? No? Oh, that's nice. They have a statue of Fenharel. 2 actually. That's cute. Is that another one? Might be. Interesting. I didn't know you like Fenharel. Oh, probably it's from a former owner. Probably not even the one that I had a previous encounter with. Or his father. Maybe it's stolen art from the Dales. I don't know. No one in here? It's actually a nice big table. Would be nice for playing board games and such. Maybe some role-playing games with a big group.
Let's get started.
So what do we have behind this door? Oh.
Someone's here.
Look, you didn't say nothing. Wait. Who are you? You're not on my watch. Call the watch! We've got an intruder!
Yeah, wait. How did I warp in there? Ah, whatever.
Time for a little cleanup. Armed and dangerous, ready for action.
Tis too easy.
Well, it wasn't hard. Let me see. Do you have something on yourself? No? Just blood? Also, how did that mate go through my glyph of repulsion? No, 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 no. What do we have here? Ah, you already have the idea of board games in your castle or estate. We can expand on that. Ah, nice book. Now that painting, I'm not so sure about that painting. That might be a little bit... Chest of documents. Grey Warden documents. Why do you have Grey Warden documents? I didn't give them to you. You were at Ostagar. And isn't that nice? You have a little super fun time murder room behind your bed. Yeah, I mean no king shame, but I'm not so sure.
What? Who goes there?
Hello?
I thank you for creating such distraction, stranger. I have been waiting days for the opportunity. You never hear music in the sound of a key turning in a lock until you've been imprisoned.
And who are you?
I am Riordan, Senior Grey Warden of Jada. And you must be Duncan's last recruit. Yes, you match his description.
Yeah, but apparently I also matched the description of someone from the Circle Tower, so... Yeah, things can be mistaken. But you are not mistaken, is what I mean to say. So, how did Alhau capture you?
With an offer of hospitality and a poisoned chalice. I was fool enough to think Loghain didn't yet know who I was.
A poisoned chalice. Come on, you're a Grey Warden. You should know better than to drink from just an ominous chalice. And where is How now?
I saw him going to the dungeons. He may still be there.
Huh. So why don't you come with me and help me fill up my party, since I couldn't bring my golem for some reason.
I wouldn't be much use to you in my current condition. And if you'll pardon me, I've a sudden desire to breathe some free air. I will seek you out later, after I find a good physician. And good luck, brother.
Good luck to you. And don't worry about any guards. I don't think there are many left. At least on this floor. Maybe there's more... Oh. Downstairs. Hello? There we go. Oh, there's more than just this one super fun happy murder room in this estate. And oh, and there's traps. That's... No. Can I get this somewhere? Yes. Alright. Oregon, you know what to do.
Direct me.
Nope. You. How about a fireball? Before I go into the Tempest. And what about a little bit of vulnerability X, a little bit more
Victory shall be
mana?
mine.
See? No problem. Oh, and Alina didn't even come with us. So, yeah, nice weather in this dungeon. I'm not so sure, but this does look like trip hazards. More than the trip wire I already dealt with.
This should be easy enough. Right.
That payment could be better. Can't unlock. Oh, I didn't even see you there. Funny how that happens. Oh, and I see more. More guards. So what do? We do the usual.
I shall do it.
On.
Okay, I missed one of the dogs.
Very well.
Is that all you've got?
Oh, that was interesting. The dog gives more experience than the guards. Well, those guards should... yeah. Oh, is that the mage?
Your
As you
direction?
wish. Works and tingling.
Well, never mind. So, seriously, was that the mage I needed to... yeah, deal with? Let me see what you got. Oh, you're better paid than those guards. Well, good for you. Even though I'm somewhat of a favorite of an equal pay.
As you wish.
Chipped. Why do I get something so bad right now?
On it.
Why do we even have golem crystals? Oh, and what do we have here? We have another guard. Well, aren't you not special? I'm not sure if that worked. But I suspect there might be more. And that's why I bring out the big guns. Just in case. Maybe even this? Nope. Morrigan, don't run in there, please. Maybe we can do it like this.
Very well.
Yeah, that's better. I'm really not sure if there are any other people in here or there. I just wanted to be sure. Yeah, let's have this go for a little while longer, and then we return to our regular schedule. Now this room. Just a moment. We'll be right with you.
Let's get started.
I might roast myself here. No?
They'll never know what hit him.
Caught you. But not you. So you get a bit of cold. And you could get a little bit of Curse of Mortality while I refresh my mana. How did this one get triggered?
Cross me and you shall pay! I cannot
Time
be
for a little
defeated.
cleanup.
Yeah, this is how you clean out a dungeon the sneaky way.
This should be easy enough.
I mean, there's hardly ever someone even screaming for alarm. And when they do, it just doesn't really matter. Oh, there's a chest in this room, but I can open it through the wall. Isn't that nice? Frozen lightning. Yeah, we're getting there. Oh, so that's why there was this fire, this warmth bomb. That actually did a lot. That seriously did a lot. Where's your trigger? I don't know. Alright, that works. Yeah, you wait there, please, while I go with the regular schedule. Why is the sound gone? Could have done that earlier. Should have done that earlier. Oh, they're roasting too. That's nice. I should know where they are. Torturer. And a jailer. Hold on. Maybe you can get a little bit more vulnerable? And some Curse of Mortality. For good measure.
Victory shall be mine.
So I assume I cleaned out. Hold on. Yeah, it's in there. Oh, The torture is in there. I'm not sure if there's any more in this room. Hello? Why can't I open that door? Seriously, why can't I open the door?
As you wish.
Can you open the door?
An order.
No?
They'll never know
That's
what
weird.
hit it.
I suppose I have to get rid of those over here.
Direct me. Hurry.
Yeah.
Time for a little cleanup.
Let's try. Let's try going through the wall here. Maybe we can get that torture done. Hold on. If we go for this corner, maybe we can get this guard as well. I'm not sure if that's in the menu.
Let's get started.
Maybe? That's actually looking fine. Yes, I got the guard. I'm not sure if I got the torturer. Maybe now I can open that door. Now that I probably already killed everyone inside. Wait. Maybe we can avoid that trap. So, now, can I open this door? Yes, I can. Oh. Someone survived, not sure if it's the same one. But hey, it's just one.
I shall do it.
Armed and dangerous, ready for action. Victory shall be mine!
No problem. And who are you? Wait. If I touch this, does this mean I active? Yeah, right click use. No, not.
Don't leave me here. Get me out of here. That's an order.
I would like to get you out of here, but all I can do is use the wreck. Maybe you get loose if your hands and feet detach.
Was this supposed to be a lesson? Did my father think it funny to leave me for so long before sending you?
Unless your fathers are even, he didn't send me.
You move in august company, stranger. I am Oswin, son of Ban Sigurd, of the Dragon's Peak Banon. If you aren't one of our soldiers, pray tell me, who should I be thanking for my rescue?
The Grey Wardens. Also, we're also representing the Board of Tourism.
Then I have no question about why you would come, Warden. For it is your men who have suffered the most here. You have my heartfelt gratitude. And I assume the gratitude of the entire Dragon's Peak Banon. If my father sent no one after me, I can only assume that he does not yet know the true colors of the snakes he is allied with. But if you talk to him, I'm certain he would offer you any reward you might ask.
Right, so will your father side against Logan at the Landsmeet? How about that?
Then there is a Landsmeet after all. Hal said the Isle of Redcliffe was dead, and the Landsmeet called off. I swear, if there be any forum to speak out against Logain, my father will be there. Now, please, I must try to get to him. I cannot see the last of this place too soon.
Maybe get some clothes. It's cold outside. Oh, what do you have? 6 acid flasks. Really? Wow. Anyone over here? I mean, anyone still moving? No? Frozen lightning. Some money. Some more money. And a key to the lower prison. So where's that lower prison? Is it just over here? Oh, hello there.
Right.
They said to retreat. The horn sounded and we turned, and then the screams. We rode and they screamed and screamed and...
Were you at Oscar? Is that what you're talking about?
Mother, can you smell the blood? They said it was only Darkspawn. But we ate them too. They died, and we left them in the swamp. The witch. The witch!
Do you suppose he actually saw my mother there? Or is he just blaming her in his madness?
Maybe he saw her. But either way, you're free now. Go somewhere safe. And maybe get some clothes.
Safe? Is there a safe? Perhaps next door?
What else we got? Empty. Can't open that one. Alright, guess that's it. I freed someone else. So what's behind this door? Another chest that I can open. Really, just a novice frost rune? That's all you're giving me? Oh well. What about this nice door?
Well, well, the Grey Warden. I must say I'm surprised Eamon would condone you invading my castle and murdering my men. Is he losing faith in the persuasive powers of his land's meat?
You know what? I don't really care about Arl even. In retrospect, that use of the ashes, that was really a mistake. But either way, I'm also not here to talk about you. I'm actually quite sick of all the Arls and their families. Just let us get to this dance, alright?
You should have left when you had the chance, Warden. Slunk off to the Anderfells to hide with the rest of your kind. This landsmeet is a farce. Loghain will triumph, and you will die.
How about we cool things down a little bit? Maybe even on a bigger scale. Wait, no, they're going to walk out. I have to use this. Alright, someone's frozen. A little bit shocking. A little bit of death cloud. While I... Oh, wait, this is a mage, but there's just one. Oh no, there's two mages. Let's try Mana Clash. That was significant. Then, oh, if I do this right, maybe I can... Maybe I get 3 with this. I hope I don't... Oh, all 4. Except, okay, 4 or 5. That was alright. Now, Morrigan, you could move
Let's
just a
spin it.
little bit aside while I... Oh no, I did... Alright, it wasn't as good as I thought. Maybe some Curse of Mortality on that one? Resisted? How about some... Alright. Alright, the mages are down. That's the most important part. And how nice of you to leave me be while I'm still stunned or paralyzed by myself. And now you're invisible. How about I stun you? Yes, that works. Maybe a little bit more mana. And maybe, just maybe, I can get a double freeze. Yes, I can. And some life drain from you. Some dark sustenance. While Morrigan tries this. Oh no, Morrigan's stunned. That's not good. You. Can you overwhelm that one?
You shall be mine.
And Alhau is invisible, but you're here. Maybe now I can freeze you. And just in case... Yeah, that's good.
So be it.
Double life drain.
As you wish.
And... yeah, what are we going to do? Maybe... oh, no, that's going to freeze my dog. I think. Maybe if I do just right...
Victory shall be mine!
Yes, you're frozen again. That's good. Maybe some more lightning. To drain your stamina. Maybe this will freeze you? No, let's go for a life drain. And a little bit more mana, just in case. Maybe we can paralyze you. Yes, we can. Let's freshen up this hex. We're pretty low on mana, but you must be close to your end as well. Maybe this will freeze you? No, it doesn't, but it did a lot of damage.
You will learn to
There we go. That wasn't too hard.
Make her spit on you. I deserved more.
Let that be your epitaph. And your key, Biteback Axe. Restriction Rogue. And 2 weak runes.
On.
Instance of awareness. Well, you weren't aware of the danger here. Anyone in these cages? Or cells, rather? No? Let's try this. No one in here? And you? Let's talk to you.
Make it have mercy on your feet. Make it have mercy on your
Alright, let's
feet,
open the door.
servant. Andraste, Bride of the Maker, have mercy on me. Alstana, is that you, little sister? No, I don't know you, do I? Are you real?
Yes, I am. But are you?
Alstana? I don't know. Where is my sister? Have you seen her? I'm Erminric, Knight Lieutenant of the Denerim Chantry. You aren't one of the Terns men? I failed in my duties, Maker. Forgive me. I failed, and there's no telling what he's done.
Who are you talking about?
The Malefica. He had turned blood magic upon Templars and Circle mages to escape from his tower. Near Redcliffe, I cornered him, but the Terns men took him from me and brought me here.
This Malefica, was his name Joan?
Yes. He destroyed his phylactery. We were spread out, trying to find him. I was alone. You are real, aren't you? My dreams are so strange now. Please, if you're not a dream, help me.
Sure, I'll help you.
Give this ring to my sister, Alstana. Tell her I'm sorry. Please, ask her to pray for me.
I'll try to find her. In the meantime, I'm going to leave this establishment. Just let me open this door. Just out of principle.
On it.
I mean, it's nice that this dungeon has 2 exits. Fire Marshal will like that. So, just to double check, do I have any more traps? No. And I also can't make any more. Or can I? No. I didn't get the 3rd level yet. Oh, I could make more large shrapnel straps. Actually, they have such a big radius. I think I like that. Yeah. Let's go a little bit further with this. Where is it? Hold on. There they are. Just for a moment, remove this. And maybe make it a little bit wider, this path of destruction. Allow for some wheeling. Maybe here?
Let's get started.
And one more there. Alright, let me get my power of blood back. Yeah, this looks nice, doesn't it? Ah, it worked. So one of those mages was the one sustaining this barrier.
Right.
My thanks.
Aren't you a little short for a guard?
I look more the part than you do. We must go quickly and avoid notice. If Howe's people find me, I'll be killed. And my people will insist on escorting me back to the palace, where my father may also have me killed.
Alright. See? See? They came in through that door. They didn't walk into my traps yet, but... Let me see. Wait, can I throw a fireball in here? Yes, I can. Except they resisted. Alright. On. If I'm quick.
Warden, in the name of the Regent, I am placing you under arrest for the murder of Rendon Howe and his men-at-arms. Surrender, and you may be shown mercy.
Not going to happen.
Bring them down! Loghain wants the Warden, dead or alive.
So, now let's run.
Danger approaches.
And, of course, it didn't work. You.
Time for a little cleanup.
What is it with this stun?
Let's get started. As you wish.
Oh my goodness. You, can you take this one? While
As you wish.
You. Curse of mortality. Me, why am I even standing there? Maybe we can freeze you? Maybe Morrigan can freeze you?
Go.
Maybe Morrigan can freeze you?
Victory shall be mine!
Maybe not. Maybe I can heal Morrigan while Morrigan... Wait, no. While Morrigan tries Drain
This should
Life.
be easy enough.
Yes. And... Alright, how do I get you down? Firebomb. There was something? Lightning. I want to drain you. Maybe I can heal it? You... While... Ah, goodness, I don't have anything really good here, do I? Oh.
Victory shall be mine!
Vulnerability hex on you, and now I'm stunned again, unfortunately. And it's actually arrows from here that stun me. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Stuns are what kill me. So... maybe, just maybe, this will help for a moment.
Time for a little...
While Morrigan heals. And Drain Life. Maybe this will work now?
They'll never know what hit him.
Alright, I did do something here. Alright, you could freeze. That means I got time for a double lightning. Maybe a double... no, just a single Drain Life. Goodness. Goodness me. I need a lot of mana to deal with this. What else we got over there? Maybe we can move around the corner and then maybe, just maybe...
Weapons at the ready.
How did that go so badly? Maybe Paralyze will work. And if it doesn't...
Armed and dangerous, ready for action.
Drain Life, you need to heal.
This should be easy enough.
Maybe I can do this. Well, no, I can't. What else is there?
Right.
Morrigan, my dear, dear Morrigan. Maybe this will cool things down a bit.
Let's get started.
While I refresh my mana. And Morrigan's. This is not good. I have to heal Morrigan.
Should be easy enough.
But yeah, going around the corner was probably a good idea. And now I can try to freeze you while Morrigan freshens up on mana and on health. And it actually froze you. Some Drain Life, some more Drain
Victory
Life.
shall be mine.
Now you're unfrozen, so let's try to refreeze you. If only I knew how much stamina you have. Let's try to drain some more of that. And let's freshen up on the Hex. Some Curse of Mortality, maybe. Or maybe not. Goodness. But I assume that you can only do that with some abilities that use stamina, so I'm hoping I'm draining you actually. Maybe this? Maybe that? No? Again? Morrigan, my dear, dear Morrigan, heal, please. Then maybe you can freeze? Yes, you can. Curse of Mortality, please.
So be it.
Some of this. Maybe I can paralyze you.
Cleanup.
Well, it was worth a try. Maybe I can drain life just in time.
An order.
Goodness me, you are a handful.
Let's get started.
Let's redo the hex. Let's get you some health first.
They'll never know what hit him. As you wish.
I really hope I'm draining you over time here.
I see.
Hello. I need more mana, and so does Morrigan.
I am ready.
Drain life, perhaps? Yes, that was good. Do you need more health? Maybe this? You resisted something? Not sure what. So let's put those resistances down. While... No, let's try to freeze you again.
Let's finish this.
This time you resisted, and Morrigan's not looking too fancy.
Time for a little cleanup.
At least not in the health department.
An
You're
order.
stunned or something? Yes. More health. And let's try to
They'll
drain
never know what hit
more.
him.
Well, Morrigan, try paralyze.
Volca!
Nope, didn't work.
Stop your drooling and save some dick.
But maybe I can freeze you this time. Yes, I can. Some drain life. Some healing on you. Maybe a paralyze works? Nope, it didn't. Maybe I can freeze you instead.
Yes. I am ready.
Have at you! They'll never know what hit him.
Maybe I can do this. Yes, very good. That means you can't heal for a while.
An order.
We're getting there. Should have done this first. And now I need to heal you again. Uh-oh. This is not good. Maybe I can freeze you just in time before Morrigan drops.
They'll never know what hit him.
Yes. Yes, I can. Paralyze. Resisted. Freeze.
As you wish.
While I'm trying to heal you, Morrigan.
Right.
Just a little bit more mana. A little bit more lightning. A little bit more country. And a little bit more rock and roll. And yeah.
Time for a little cleanup.
Morrigan, you heal please, just in case. I don't want to lose you in this final moment. Maybe even more. While I...
Weapons at the ready.
No, Morrigan, you got it. There we go. And now please stay behind.
Time for a little cleanup.
Yes, time for a little cleanup.
As you
Let
wish.
me loot you. Thank you. Oh my. But now we're back in more comfortable territory. I'll just wait a bit for a little bit more mana. And then we'll go into party mode with a lightning show. Actually, yeah, let's go for it. No! I don't want to be stunned. You, can you? Perhaps? Deal with that one? Maybe paralyze? And then maybe add a death cloud. And then from a distance... That's more like it. 28, 28. Yes, yes, yes.
You never had a chance.
That's more like it. Please move out. That's more like it. Wait, we didn't even drop loot.
As you wish. This should be easy enough. On it.
Yep, that's good. Just double checking. Yes. And now we can leave through this door, I hope.
Right.
Right. And now everyone's gone, and now I can take a look at this chest. Can I? Arrow of Filth. Alright. If that's how you play the game, then so be it. Alright. Let's... where do we go? Market District. Let's get rid of some junk. Over there. Hold on. I found someone for you.
As there is but one world, one life.
Those stung with 100 arrows, those suffering from ailments both great and small, his heart was strong, and he moved on.
2 gold. Alright. Anything else? No.
All men
Let's
are
get
the
to
work
this
of our Maker's hand.
Dwarven Trader.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Welcome back. Is there something else you'd like to look at? Only the finest crafts, straight from Orzammar.
I might have something that might interest you.
Every piece comes with a stamp of assurance from my wife's father, the best smith in Denerim.
Let me see. How would you like a bite back axe? Chance to knock target back. Actually, that's so annoying. Also, why is this so cheap? I expected more. I mean, 20 physical resistance, okay. Yeah, it's not the greatest. Longsword, more. A nameless longbow. I'm not using crossbows. Those arrows come in the chest later. That can go. Leather gloves. Who needs that? Chainmail boots, splint mail. Band of fire. Garnet, greenstone. No, that can all go. And now I got what? 38 free? Wait. Yeah, that's low quality. That makes 39. And I got a lot of elf food. Can I make something? Those weren't too useful, I gotta say. I'll wait for it. Can I make something? Oh yes, I can make something here. Shock bombs. Freeze bombs. Fire bomb. That's nice to have. And that freed up even more inventory space. Now I'm at 44. That's not bad. 40% free space. Oh.
Did you see Wolf's face when he arrived? I heard West Hills has fallen to Darkspawn.
Your lands are in the south. Surely you've seen the Blight yourself.
Hardly. You know very well I've been in Denerim these past 2 years. Rosalind's health requires us to be in town, you understand.
Yes, I had heard that. Whoever you are, Wait. I know you. My son described you in great detail. He tells me that I owe you his life.
Yeah, but I better not describe all the details I found your son in. Yeah. But seriously, I would leave no one to suffer at Alhaus' hands.
When I saw my poor boy's legs, I only wish House still lived that I might tear him apart myself. I would bring troops against his son. But Oswin tells me Thomas had no part in his father's depravity. Is there anything you would ask as a reward for saving Oswin?
All I want is for you to speak out against Loghain.
Thank you again. Know that I will stand behind you at the Landsmeet with all the support I can muster. In fact, I am taking my supper today with Ban Reginalda of the White River Benorn. I'll speak with her about this at once.
Thank you.
What do you suppose Eamon is playing at? May I help you?
I was asked to give you this.
This is Ermenric's. Explain yourself. My brother would no more part with this ring than with his head.
He needs your help. I found him in an unpleasant place.
He's alive then? Please, if you have any news of my brother, I would hear it.
He was captured while chasing a Malefica, and now he's in the dungeon of the Isle of Denerim's estate.
A dungeon? What? No. I will go to him at once. Someone will answer for this. Take this with my thanks. It has been in my family since the War of Crowns, crafted for us by the Circle of Magi. An heirloom is a small thing compared to my brother's life.
You're welcome. Alright, where do we are? 67. Oh, what was that you gave me? Spirit Ward. It's not that great, to be fair. So, let me bring... I'm not sure. Maybe I should bring those to my storage chest with all the other runes.
Crafts. Find dwarven crafts.
Yeah, let's do that real quick before we return to Al Eamon and Anora. There. Soldier's Peak, please. Nice roof. There. More arrows to store. More runes to store. I'm gonna keep the big one just in case. And yeah. That's 51 free spaces. Spirit Ward. Yeah, I'm gonna sell that.
What can I do for you, Warden?
Would you like a Spirit Ward?
Certainly.
Oh, good. Thank you. Do I have something else I might have forgotten? Anything? Not really. Wait, did your brother have something nice?
Warden?
Do you have something that might be of use against the coming blight? Or occurring blight? Not really. No. No. Sorry to bother you. So, now back to Denerim. And unfortunately back to all even.
Maker's breath. It's good to see you in one piece, my friend.
Sir Calthrian's death is a waste, truly. But I suppose it could not be helped.
Well, you're right. I truly wasted her. And so, does being you here affect our plans for the Landsmeet?
I fear that my escape will make matters worse. Now that he cannot use me to support his claim on Merrick's throne, he may resort to drastic measures to stay in power. I doubt he will say anything publicly, at least until he has a better idea what to expect.
So what happens now?
We will need to work together, and quickly. My father has gone mad. I didn't believe it at first, but he is gripped by a paranoia so severe it prevents him from seeing sense. He saw me as a threat, yet even now I'm certain he will be telling the nobles you are dangerous murderers that have kidnapped and mind-controlled me. He may even believe it.
Well, we have something in common. Logan saw me as a threat as well, back in Ostagar. Can he still take the throne without you?
Perhaps. It will be more difficult for him, but if my father says the Grey Wardens are the enemy, many will believe it. He is a legend.
It's true. Our position in the Landsmeet is not strong, and this does little to help us.
At least that snake Howe is dead. That alone will not be enough, however. My father is committed to his path. You will need ammunition for the Landsmeet, and there I can help. You have only just arrived in the city, so perhaps you are unaware of some recent events. Denerim has been in turmoil since Ostagar. Many people here are angry or grieving. Strangely, the unrest is worst in the alienage. Few elves accompanied the army. They should have little reason to be upset, which means that Howe and my father must have given them reason. I don't know what is happening there, but I am certain my father has his hands in it.
A useful lead, Honora, but you could have sent this information with your maid.
That is true. I feared for my safety as Howe's prisoner. But to tell the truth, I sent Elena to you because I hoped we might join forces. You need that evidence for the Landsmeet, but you also need a stronger candidate for the throne. You need me.
And just how are you stronger?
I have no doubt Alistair is biddable enough, and decent, but even with his blood, he is no king. You think only I can see it? Not only that, Alistair is a Grey Warden. It will look like you are trying to put a Grey Warden on the throne, despite your claims. I am a neutral party, and I am already queen.
Honora, you are indeed Kaelin's widow, but...
I am the daughter of Ferelden's greatest general. Who do you think truly ruled this nation for the last 5 years? Kaelin. I am what this country needs, not an untrained king who does not even want the throne. I can help you stop my father. Consider what I have said. For now, I think I will retire to my room. Warden, when you have a moment, I ask that you speak to me in private.
Well, she's quite spirited. I remember when Loghain first brought her to Denerim. Poor Kaelin was a good boy, but Honora was always 2 steps ahead. Had him jumping when she snapped since the first time she batted her eyelashes. I cannot help thinking she may be trouble, but we should keep her close, all the same.
Yeah, seems to run in the family. So, yeah, I think I've got some work to do.
Of course. If I might make a suggestion, go speak with Honora. She will either be a powerful ally or a powerful enemy, and the sooner we know which she is, the better.
when I just spoke to her. But alright. But let me first speak to Riordan.
I'm glad you made it safely away. I hear Howe's death has already brought no small amount of cheer to the city.
Yep. Probably, especially in the alienage, from the sounds of it. But I wanted to talk to you first before I speak with Anora. Again. Maybe you can tell me a bit more about the Grey Wardens. Ostagar didn't leave much room for Duncan to tell me much about them. Or us.
Well, I'd be happy to tell you what I know, but it seems to me that you've picked the important parts up yourself. Be firm in your beliefs, protect people from their own ignorance, and be as loyal as you can to your brothers, even knowing you'll share their deaths.
I have well noticed that you looked at Alistair when you said ignorance. By the way, how were the Wardens founded?
It was near 1200 years ago, and no one knows for sure, except that it began with a group of Ander soldiers. Apparently, they defected from their king's army, vowing that fighting the Blight was more important, and traveled all the way to Tevinter themselves. They were the first ones to track down the archdemon Dumat, and the ones to slay him, although none survived the battle. But they had picked up followers by then, and it was they who formally founded the Order, and were recognized by Thedas.
How many Wardens are there?
It's tough to say. Only the fortress in Weishaupt has every record. But there are certainly a few dozen or hundreds in every nation in Thedas. The Anderfells are home to over 1,000. It's almost like the Archdemon chose Ferelden deliberately, knowing how unguarded it is.
Have you ever been to Weishaupt? I mean, I sort of dreamt about being there.
Once only, and I'd rather not go again. It's far, lad. And very foreign. The Wardens there, they fight Darkspawn like you and me. But they're shaped by the winters there in the forest. They're a cold group and don't care like they should about the rest of the world. Their king is weak, and many Anders look to the Wardens to rule. I hate to say this, but some of them seem to want it that way.
Did you say they have to burden the winters or Tewinters? But either way, why has it been so long since the last Blight?
Archdemons don't awaken on their own, you know. It takes the Darkspawn, tunneling and tunneling, searching for centuries to find one. And with no one to lead them, it must be sheer chance, or maybe instinct, which leads them. What's surprising isn't that it takes so long between Blights. What's surprising is that they succeed at all. But I imagine the old gods call to them. And it's that voice in the darkness which drives them through so many generations.
Well, thank you. Thank you for this information. And yeah, I wish I had heard those stories before I joined.
The important thing to remember is, none of that matters. When you're facing Darkspawn, all you need to know is to stop them at all costs.
Anything new here? No? Then let's get this over with and talk to Anora. Anyway, why are you boss level? Or elite? What is this?
Hello again, Warden. It is good that you came to speak with me. I will be blunt. I can see that your voice will be a strong one in days to come. It is to you that Eamon listens, and with good reason. My father must be stopped, but once that is done, Ferelden will need a ruler. I would welcome your support for my throne.
Speaking of that, I mean, I already tried that in Orzammar, and unfortunately it didn't turn out so well. But what do you think about abolishing the monarchy altogether? Like, maybe even abolish the whole nobility thing, make all people equal, and call it a democracy with the people governing themselves. What do you think of that?
For years, I have ruled this kingdom as Kaelin's queen. As much as they loved Kaelin, all of the Banon knew this to be so. Kaelin was a good man, but what is needed now is not another good man, but a good ruler. I sent Alina here not solely because I thought I needed help, but because I saw an opportunity for us both. I need your support, Warden, and you will need mine.
So you're not in favor of democracy or equality? You still think that birth or marriage is any merit to go by for choosing a ruler? But I fear this will just end like in Osama, with someone who's, I mean, at least progressive. That I give to Balaam. Harrowmont was a lot more of a traditionalist who would still look down on all those lower castes. Balaam was a little bit more into equality, even though he wasn't into the full democracy game. But yeah, I just don't want to repeat the same mistakes of Osama. So, do you propose an alliance then?
That is exactly what I am proposing. When the time comes, you support my bid in the Landsmeet to remain on the throne. You will be seen as my father's enemy, yet you will be in support of his daughter. You will be seen as supporting the interests of Ferelden, as opposed to solely those of the Grey Wardens. In return, I add my voice to yours. Do you see? Together we can do what alone we cannot.
But I want democracy, not another despot. So... I don't know. But I guess I'll support you with the prospect that at least after your regency ends, after your queendom ends, or however we want to call it, your rulership ends, that we can talk about democracy and equality then. Is that alright with you?
That is good to hear. So, we have a deal, Warden. I trust you'll keep your end of the bargain. Now, I suppose, comes the task of dealing with my father. That will be no small feat, of course, but I am certain you already know this. I imagine you have much to do. Is there anything else you needed from me?
No. Not right now.
I wish you luck, Warden.
By the way, I thought it was my room. Which one is my room then? Does it say somewhere? No? So this is Morrigan's and the dog? I mean, that would be alright. Maybe I can sleep next to Shale? How about this? No, that's more of a library. Maybe that room over there. Nah, it's a multi-bedroom. That's for the servants. I don't even have a room here? Really? Or do I have to sleep in the kitchen? Anyway,